Welcome to another FIFA video. The 75 plus picks have come out today in the SBC section. I am on the web app. I find it easier to make these on the web app and I can grind my account a lot better doing so. So I do jump on here sometimes. I do hate the back and forth on the console to make these and it's a lot easier. So if you are wanting to make a lot of these and make profit while you're doing it, then jump on the web app and do it on there. So what do you need? Well, you need 3 rares and 2 golds. Obviously, a lot of people will be going for sort of a centre mid, CDM, and then a lot of defenders. So our main priority in terms of bids and players we want to pick up to help us make profit is to do that method. I'm going to grind these through doing League SBCs. Anytime I get a duplicate player, I'll put it in and use my untradeable golds to build a player pick for myself to hopefully get some more fodder in the club, as there is a lot of content out from EA at the moment in terms of the live section. So Wilfried Zaha, this Saul guy, who looks pretty good. I really want that Pandev. I think he looks nice. And yeah, in terms of that, pretty good. And then there's also Felson Davies I wouldn't mind picking up. And also you can grind the base or mid icon, which is going to be our main priority today, and how you do that through the 75 player picks. Now, it is a big grind. There's multiple ways you can do this. It's completely up to you. So you can use these 2 here, as well as maybe picking a league in a league SBCs. I typically concentrate on La Liga, so I will set that to my favourites as well. And that's how you kind of do it. So there's a number of ways you can do it. So what you could do, obviously you need a lot of high squads. So you need an 85 rated squad, an 86 rated squad, and an 87 rated squad. Now you can typically buy these cards if you want to fill out these squads. And I'm not too sure what they're coming in at on Footbin. I guess we could probably check. So we go to squad building and challenges on Footbin, and we can see typically how much they're expecting this icon pack to come in. So send around 350,000 coins, which the fact that you can get a mid icon in that is not too bad. First squad is going to cost you 76,000 coins. The next one's 117,000 coins, and the other one I thought is 160,000 coins. Now that will change depending on what console. I've based it off Xbox prices. It looks like PS4 and 5 are very similar in terms of that price range, so you can do that. Now, if you just look at some of these challenges, so let's just look at this 85 one as an example. So you'd need to make 70k to do so. Now, you could do this through player picks, although that might be a bit more time consuming, but it might be more fun because you've got the potential to pack, obviously, some cool cards, the winter wild cards in that. Or you can typically bid, make profit, and then pick up these players individually through obviously just the transfer market. So if you look at some of these prices here, you can get KR at 1.3, and a lot of these cards here at 900 coins for the 83s. It's kind of like the informs where you're going to have to pay a bit of profit, and then the couple of 87s there, which are going around for 20k. So there is really easy methods to do this if you really wanted to complete these cards through just making profit and doing it for free, or you can do it for player picks. It's completely up to you. I probably do a little bit of both, just so I have a bit of fun while doing so, packing some fodder cards while also being able to hopefully pack something else that will be cool for my club. So let's look at the 2 methods. So obviously the player picks are out, which means defenders typically go up. So let's look at centre backs as an example. What are gold centre backs going for? We'll look at gold centre backs as a rare because people will be needing the rares more than the commons, but however commons do tend to go up as well. So let's just put in base price of 1,000. That looks typically what they're going for in the first few minutes. So we know we need to be picking up gold rare centre backs under. Typically, I would say to make a lot of profit, I'd say about 800 coins. So you're making around sort of, I think it's about 180 after tax on that. Now you can see here some of them are going on bids, so you can make bids. I would say if you can, try and pick up the ones from good leagues. So there's actually some 83s in here, which you could even pick up for your grind to get the icon pack as well. So let's just bid on some of these cards here at around 850, see how well we do, 800, and we should be able to resell them on for 1,000 coins. We've already seen that we can do that. So I would say typically you want to be filling out your transfer list to around 50 winnable cards. Concentrating on the centre backs is the priority, I would say. There is other cards that you can bid on and make coins on this, depending on different leagues and stuff like that. And you can make your coins that way and making 200 coins per card. Now some of these cards will be going for a bit more, so always do check, but we'll bid on a few here and then we'll go look at some of the prices that you could potentially sell cards on for. It looks like during this time of day there is going to be a few people on that will be outbidding on you. but because of the amount of packs that are in store at the moment and people opening them because they want cards in their club for player picks, there will be a lot of players listed, and you'll be able to pick up some absolutely no problem. So that's a good way to do it there. You can pick all these up for around 800, 850. So if you just jump in here, I'm winning 19 out of 27 at the moment, which isn't actually a bad return. We're gonna, be able to fill up our transfer list relatively quickly and selling a lot of players as well, making some coins back. Now let's just say we won 50 cards here, and then we'll pick a card here that we want to be looking at in terms of price. So if we actually look at them, we've got actually quite a few 83s here. So that card there, he was in the actual foot bin solution, so he might be one that you want to be sticking in your club because you've already picked up 850, so you saved yourself sort of 500 coins on that card already to pick up on open bid, which is obviously good because it saves on the overall price. But let's just pick Sule as an example. So if we go and look at Sule, how much is he going for? Now we know all centre backs go for 1,000, but sometimes centre backs from a good league will go for a bit more. So we search 1,000, he doesn't appear. Great, that's really, really good. So 1.2 there within the first 3 minutes. So actually on that card we bought for 800, we're gonna make 400 coins. Now let's just say that you pick up obviously all them cards for 800 coins and you're selling on for between 1k to 1.2k. Let's just stick with the 1.2k because that looks like the max you'll be able to pick up on them. But if you're picking up certain cards, obviously maybe a bit less. So maybe we go in the middle at 1.1k here. Now if you pick up them up at 1.1k and you obviously taking tax into consideration, you've got 1,045 coins, like coins back. Now, if obviously you bidded on the cards, so you take away the 800 coins that you bidded, you're going to have a profit margin of 245 coins per card that you make. So let's just say you want to do these player picks rather than actually go to the base icon. Then obviously you can bid on say 3 or 4. No, you have to bid on. You put 1 in your club and then keep 4 for yourself. Now you only put 3 rares into your club to be able to do the player pick, and then you can pick up the commons in a similar way, which I'll show you in a second. But if you're only doing this for profit, then you obviously have 245 coins. You've bidded on 50 and won them all at 800. You could then actually resell them on and make a 12k profit margin there, which if you repeated, say, and I know this is a lot, but 30 times, then that's your icon pack sorted. You've made the profit for it, absolutely no problem. And you see how easy it is to bid on these cards. I've won 13 cards there, and I think I put about 27 bids down. So you're going to get these pretty easily, and it's easy to sort of flip them. That's a really good way of doing it. If you look at the commons, there might be some extra profit in there. As I keep saying, you want to be concentrating on defenders if possible. So let's just see how much commons defenders are going for. They actually are going for a little bit less, so around about 900 coins it looks like. Yeah, about 900 coins depending on who you go for. So obviously you want to be lowering your bidding price there for around 700, I would say. Put that in there, and you can probably make a bit more coins. So I'm going to put in 600 coin bids because I reckon I can sell a lot of them on for very good profit here. So let's put 600 on him. Now the good thing about these centre backs is a lot of them are needed in league SBCs, which means the profit margins on them are extremely good, and it may be better to bid on the commons and then buy the rares, or get the free rares on bid and then put them in your club, and then you can do the bidding on the commons because they tend to probably go for a little bit more in terms of that. Obviously also there is the option to snipe cards if you wanted to. So you could go onto defenders, gold commons, and then just find the lowest buy now, which we saw was about 7 to 750, and then snipe them for under that, and then relist them or put them into your club for the player picks. Absolutely up to you. So yeah, the 2 avenues you can go down is bidding on all of these, putting some of your club and building a player pick, which personally I find a bit more fun, or you can obviously sell on everything that you get and flip it and make good coins there. So completely up to you guys. You choose the method you want to go down. There isn't, I would say, a better one. I would say maybe you'll get to the icon pack quicker depending on the fodder through player picks, because you might get a bit lucky and pack some high rated cards, which will save you more coins in terms of bidding, and you'll get the squad done already. As well as that, you'll obviously have stuff in your club already, which you've picked up over the last few weeks to do the icon pack. But obviously there's some commons here we're picking up. So for example, this PSG right back, we picked him up for 600 coins. We're going to be able to sell him on for around 850, 900. So the same sort of process sort of applies, where we're actually going to be able to make coins on these cards really, really easy through mass bidding, because there's an amount of packs that are kind of out at the moment. It really does give us some nice content to actually sell on and flip. Really, really easy. And that's kind of the way you do it, to be honest with you guys. If you want to do League SBCs at the moment, which I think is an option to get these cards, try and use the duplicates where possible, and do it that way. I think that's a good way to go down. I do feel like maybe go for the lower leagues, because obviously a lot of them are silvers and bronzes, which are actually slightly up today if you didn't know already. With the content account today, I think it was the wildcard challenge. So if we just look at silvers, we go for, say, common silvers. Let's look at this guy, for example. How much is he going for? 650. So I think most silver commons are actually up to around sort of 400 or 500 coins. So if you have been picking them up and you've got them tradable and they're from off leagues, probably sell them on. Probably a good idea to do so, to make some coins where you can. And I promise you now they are selling on. And the same with these gold commons as well. Some of them actually are like fairly decent in terms of the rares. You can probably pick them up out of position as long as they're from a good league, and people will still buy them if you're struggling to pick up centre backs or you know, left back, right backs. But as you can see here, I've got a nice big mixture of different players from La Liga. There was a league I concentrated on a few Liga and Serie A players in there as well, because people obviously need the links to be able to make coins on these cards. So plenty of options to go down. Hope you enjoy the player picks and pack some good cards, and then be able to do some of these players if you wanted them in your squad, or grind to the base icon pack through the bidding methods that I've shown you today, or buy the 75 player pick. Hope you enjoy, guys. Take care. Have the great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.